Here are the birthdays for the week. Starting with an ad break. Spring is in the air. Go to New Prague Floral. These are the activities for the week. Starting off with tonight, we have a wrestling sections tournament at home. Start times to be determined. Girls hockey varsity at Minnehaha Academy. Start time at 7 p.m. Thursday, March 11th, we have girls basketball, C, B, and varsity at home versus Delano. Start times 4:15, 5:30, and 7. Boys basketball, all teams at Delano. Start times 4:15, 5:30, and 7. Girls hockey JV at Mount West Tonka, start time 5 p.m. And gymnastics varsity and JV at home versus Prior Lake, start time 6 p.m.
Friday, March 12th, girls basketballs, home versus Chaska, start time 4:15, 5:30, and 7. Boys basketball, home versus Mankato West, start time 4:15, 5:30, and 7.
Saturday, March 13th, speech team at South St. Paul, start time 9 a.m. Wrestling sections tournament at home, times are 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Boys basketball, all teams at Bloomington Jefferson, start times at 11, 11:15, 12, 12:30, and 2. Boys hockey, JV, and varsity at Bloomington Jefferson, start times at 5:45 and 8.
And on Tuesday, March 16th, we have boys basketball 7th and 8th grade at Owatonna. Start times 4:15 and 5:15 p.m. Girls basketball varsity sections quarters. Time and place to be determined by Minnesota State High School League. And girls hockey varsity section quarters. And time and place to be determined again.
Many events are live streamed. See the activities office for more details.
And here are the announcements. STARS tutors are available to help students organize, study, understand difficult concepts, and etc. It can be done via Google Meet or in person before or after school or possibly during a study hall. Interested students can contact their counselor or stop down to the counseling office to fill out a form.
The extended day will be held Mondays and Thursdays from 2:45 to 4:15, and Wednesdays from 2:45 to 3:45. Students may attend in person at the CLC or virtually.
Seniors looking for scholarships, there are many scholarship opportunities available. Please email your guidance counselor for more details.
Girls lacrosse is starting soon. Contact Coach Bowers if interested. Season starts April 5th.
Our first story is on New Prague High School staff views on returning to full person.
So Ms. Harmon, how do you feel about going to school full time?
I am anxious to go back to some type of normalcy, but I think it's gonna take some transition time. I know a lot of students are not excited to come back full time because they've gotten used to sleeping in. So I anticipate some whining. And I anticipate just some additional quarantines, and I think it'll just be more hurdles for us to jump through, but hopefully getting back to normal at some point.
I'm excited. It'll be good to have everyone back in the building. I know there's a lot of, it'll be kind of crazy, but I'm excited to have kids back and see what that energy is like again, and hopefully it can be a productive time and we can be responsible. But overall, I'm excited.
How do you feel about going back to full time?
I'm glad that I got my first shot, that I got the first dose of the vaccine already. I think it'll be okay. I mean, people complain no matter what. So, I mean, I think it's time. We'll give it a shot and hopefully everybody can stay healthy and stay well.
I guess my thoughts on coming back full time would be, it would be good for kids to all be here, but if that means that we're gonna end up being shut down anyways, then it's probably not a good idea that we do. I think hybrid is working out okay from some staff standpoint, but coming back all full time means we can actually do like prom, maybe. We can do other activities that students love to do, but I'm not sure. I think it's up to the kids and the parents to make some of those decisions a lot of the time. So my own personal point on it, I would love for it to be back to normal like before, but I'm not sure that that's what's going to happen. So.
And I would say probably a mix of emotions. Glad to have everybody back in the building. That feels like it's a step closer to normal, whatever normal is. On the other hand, I think there's a lot of fear of the unknown, concerns about quarantine and students missing classes, and just sort of like, are we going to be able to stay full time? But I think right now, any of that anxiety is more just about, we don't know what to expect, and I think once we get going, that will make things easier.
Yeah, and again, really happy to have everyone back in the building. Teachers are, I think, feeling the same way. I don't want to speak for them, but happy, but also that unknown, how is this going to go? They're working really hard to make sure that they have their rooms set up so they can maintain social distancing between students, and we're same thing like with the cafeteria and what's that all gonna look like. So definitely working to make the environment as safe for everyone, teachers and students included. But yeah, really happy to have everyone back, and hopefully we'll be able to maintain that for the rest of the year.
Our second story of the day is brought to you by Dylan, Dan, Nathan, Sam, and Devin.
With the year anniversary of the COVID pandemic coming up soon, many people have grown tired of the guidelines set in place when it comes to masks, social distancing, and limits in certain stores and restaurants, knowing it is proven to keep each other safe during this hard time. For the past year, many different state governors had different types of guidelines in place that people may or may not have liked over the course of the year. Texas recently has been the first state to make a huge change to their COVID regulation guidelines. Texas Governor Greg Abbott on March 10, 2021, announced that he will end Texas's state mask mandate and will allow all businesses to operate at full capacity. There have been many mixed reviews on this change, some good, some not so good, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. Most people think it isn't a good idea, say that it may be too soon, and it could put many people at risk. People who have said it may be a good idea say there has to be a first, and Texas is taking the initiative to be the first to push forward. We interviewed 2 teachers here in the high school about their opinions on what Texas is doing and lifting their COVID guidelines.
And we are going to ask her a couple questions about Texas. So the first question is, how do you feel about Texas taking down the regulations on the mask mandates?
Personally, I am very pro-mask. I'm a big fan of the masks because I feel like it keeps us safe. I just had a baby last May, and I feel like it's my job to really protect him, and so I think that a lot of other people are probably in a similar situation. And so when other people don't wear their masks, you know, that's affecting me and my baby. So I think in Texas, other people are probably in that same sort of scenario where they want to protect their family members, and when the mask ban is lifted, when the masks are not required, then they're probably feeling kind of
And then the
scared.
second question is, do you think it's too early for them to do that, or what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I just think, especially with all the new variants of the COVID virus coming out, that we just don't know exactly how everything's gonna play out until we're really sure that things are going in a good direction. That it's the safest thing we can do is keep our masks on, and the worst that can happen by wearing our masks is that our faces feel warm and annoying, where, you know, without the masks, a lot worse can happen than just feeling annoying. So,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Mr. Bo, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. So I'm here to ask you a few questions on Texas and how they're lifting their COVID restrictions. So what are your thoughts on Texas and what their plan is, like reopening and lifting the COVID regulations?
Sure. Well, now that I think about it, you know, I'm a little frustrated with Texas because they took the Minnesota North Stars a long time ago. In 1993, I believe, they took the Minnesota North Stars away from us. But we have the Wild now, so anyways. I guess they're free to do as they want. I mean, they can make the decisions for themselves, and obviously they have to weigh the risks and what they're comfortable with. So if that's what they feel they want to do, then more power to them.
And do you think it's the right call for them to be like doing that? I mean, it's like this could be a personal opinion, but I mean,
I guess it seems like it might be a little too early. I mean, I know it's time people want to get back and get things back to the way they were before, and we can't live like this forever, but I mean, somebody's got to be the first, and they're going to give it a shot. So it won't surprise me to see like cases go up, and they might have to ease back again, but you know, if they want to give it a shot, then, and also people have the freedom to choose what they want to do. I mean, if you want to stay home, you can stay home, and if you're comfortable going out and they want to mask up and distance a little bit, then that's fine. So they still have the choice to do it.
okay. I think that's it. Thank you.
Rock and roll.
We know we've been in this pandemic for what feels like forever, but there is still hope for the end of the pandemic. If that means to make changes to the guidelines now or in the future, they all will get us close towards the end of the COVID-19 pandemic.
And our next story is by Sophie, Carson, Tommy, and Trace.
What does bussin' mean? I don't know. Guess. Dancing. What does Gucci mean? It's a brand.
No, as a term,
Like good.
yeah.
What does bussin' mean?
Honest, I'm gonna go with pretty cool.
What does Gucci mean?
Sweet, perfect. This symbol.
What does swerve mean?
Swerve is when you like dodge someone, I guess.
Okay. What does GOAT mean?
Greatest of all time.
What does shade mean? Doesn't that mean to like insult somebody or like diss them or something?
Yeah.
Okay. What does dead mean? I have no idea. Should I take a guess?
Yeah.
Does it mean like you're a loser or something?
No. What does dead mean?
Dead?
Dead.
Like,
What does shade mean?
shade means like if you're, can you throw shade?
Yeah.
So you throw shade, and that means you're like making fun of somebody essentially, right? Or
Yeah.
like if they do something that you think is
Perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What does fly mean?
That you're cool or you have good style. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Cut me out of this. I don't even know what to say.
What does you're a G mean?
It means you're pretty cool or you're like gangster in some way.
What does Bay mean?
Bae means that's like your girlfriend. Yeah.
What does savage mean?
That's your bad boy. That's Gavin Bergman in the gym.
What does Bay mean?
Something like your boyfriend or something, girlfriend.
Okay, perfect. And then what does savage mean?
It means you're a beast. That means you're cool or something like
Perfect.
that.
What does lit mean?
It means something's awesome.
Perfect. Okay. And what does slaps mean?
It also means something's good.
Perfect. What does no cap mean?
Like no lie.
Okay, perfect. What does woke mean?
Like you're just on top of it. I don't really know.
Perfect. Thank you. What's up, man? So, what does skirt mean?
A skirt? Skirt. It means you're dodging. You're dodging everything, you know?
And what does salty mean?
Like you're salty, like you're jealous of other people, you know?
Perfect. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.